Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back once again to Elemental Reforged, exploring the latest beta version of it in the preview branch. And once again, welcome back to another sponsored video by Stardock Entertainment. Don't forget to check out the link in the video description to learn more about this game, and don't forget to leave a like behind if you enjoy the video in general. Now we continue with just where we left off in the last episode. That is with a jolly good band of soldiers and heroes in this here. Yeah, already an army of 4. Happy about this. Gives me also a combined health now of 79, that is. That's quite a bit to fight foes. I also am very close to finishing that pioneer, so I'm in fact gonna end this turn immediately. Because this gives me now the pioneers. There it is, the pioneer party. And with them we can now settle. And I think I'm gonna go all the way down here right away, because there is an area with lots of production that we can use to boost Haggods further. So I would like to do this immediately. The only thing is that we got the wild works over there that I need to clear first. And oh, it seems they're not even a threat or anything like that, because there's no battle initiated. And I can immediately put up an outpost here now, right? So this belongs to us now. And we can then upgrade this one into something else that we can use to boost Haggods. Because as you can see, it is now linked to Haggods, and thus we can use its juices. Alright, a nearby wild works is now within your zone of control. Click on it to attempt and build on it. So I was a bit mistaken here. This is not an enemy camp, right? This is a resource deposit. So there are wild works that we can use to ride them. If we learn work riding, then we can harvest this. However, it also periodically spawns works, right? So this is a boon, but also a curse at the same time. We got a water shard here. We can use this water shard to boost my mana regeneration a bit, which of course I would like to do, because we're pretty low on that. Next, we continue with my band of jolly good fellows over here. So the Water Shrills army that I would like to go for. And by the way, we are also about to finish then the monument. And I just realized, and this is a nice coincidence, that we have the banner of the work as my civilization's banner. So it makes sense to write them. So I would really like to do this. Now there's the Battle of the Water Shrills. Let's actually go in and resolve this ourselves. Once again, it's an army that is very well protected, so that they've got good armor points. And we can use my replenished armor right away to weaken them with my hero. So I'm gonna get my protectors here to the front, which is something I would like to do. I'm actually gonna pass this time. Oh, they can also do magic and slow me down, those 3 here. And I think I'm gonna set up my camp here somewhere. Let's also blind them. Who's the strongest one? I think this one. Oh, it resisted. Very nice. We could rush, but I'm not gonna do this. We got the militia. I would like to use them to protect my hero. And then we got the explorer that I'm also gonna set up over here. I think we can only move 1 tile with the militia, right? They're not coming. What's going on? All enemy stamina is reduced to 0 unless they resist. This costs me 15 mana though. We got 30 mana left, so it is something that I could do to reduce their stamina and thus their special abilities they can do on us. Let's try it out. Holy cow, 2 of them resisted. They seem to be pretty strong, honestly. Okay. They're slowing me again. Makes it less likely that I can do something. And let's reduce the defense of this guy. Very good. This time it worked. And attack. That was a lot of damage. Very good. Killed the strongest one of the bunch, I think. Let's go to the offense. Yep. And use my own ones. They just continue to slow me down. They're not really interested in attacking me, I think. We could also have a shield bash with my defender. Sounds fun. Still out of range though. But we're gonna do this. We also have the mage again. Can I rush forward? Oh! A crushing blow. Yeah, that's once again a melee attack. We could also... Oh, this is interesting. A wraith touch drains 3 hit points from the victim like a vampire, it seems. Alright. The Explorer is the weakest out of all of them, so I'm gonna keep him in the back, whereas my own troops continue their firing. Let's attack. Down it is. By the way, we can also just speed it up and go for the victory right away. Silver band it is, and spider silk we get out of it. This silk can be sold to your city's weavers. Nice. I like how it says my city's weavers. Once we have them, of course. With that, we also finish our first tack, because we got some tack points out of it. And learning the skill will allow you to build the study improvement and focus on the research that will keep your kingdom at the forefront of nations. Very good. Okay, the tier 2 is still too expensive for me at this point. So we go into civics to produce more wealth. Or restoration? Nah, let's go with civics. And Haggods has grown to level 2. Select what type of settlement this should become. We can go with a town. This increases my zone control by 1. And select this to dedicate your city's growth and financial pursuits. Right, to become more wealthy, ultimately. We could also make this one into a fortress. This will focus then it into defense and military pursuits. Or into a conclave. And this boosts my research. I think for my capital, the most sense to me makes a town that we can grow then into a city. You know, because it also boosts my economy quite a bit. The fortress makes sense when we have a lot of AI opponents then close by to protect it. And the conclave if I want to have a town then for researching. So I'm going to go with the town. So we've leveled up this now quite a bit. And Haggods now needs new construction. And we got a few more constructions now that only a town has. The well, for example, gives me a food bonus in the city of 25%, increasing its growth. The study takes a lot longer. So I'm inclined to go with the well. And once again, we need to decide where we want to have it then. Next to the monument. I would also like to go with another pioneer. To continue training for more expansion. Let's loot the place that we just cleared. And we get a skull cap. Instilled both brilliance and paranoia. Whoever wears it. Let's just go ahead and have a look at it. Spell resisting and spell mastery. There you go. We didn't have anything there yet, and we can nicely hide it in my cloak. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Yeah, let's have a look what's here. Hopefully just some desert. That looks pretty cool. And here, iron ore. But I think that's then, yeah, at least a bit of a deadish zone over there. So I'm gonna return to not waste too many turn points. Now it's time for some looting. There's lots of chests here with no enemy. So here we get a minor healing potion. Great. We can use this to heal ourselves. A bear pelt. Spider venom sac. Sold in marketplaces. Though they claim to sell them to healers and sages, nearly all of them are sold to assassins and those interested in making poison out of it. Also, we could equip it. Melee attacks also do 1 poison damage. Nice. I like the idea of it. Another healing potion. This looks a bit bigger over here. Ancient grave. Another artifact that we can use. The well has been finished, by the way, because, you know, when we move my troops, we immediately go for the next turn always. And with that, we immediately also finish a attack. And now we can go into restoration right away. And find us another Dark King's army over there. By the way, militia party, former peasant, the negligent swim master. I would like to boost this guy a bit. So we do have the club, right, to boost its attack power. It didn't have anything on him. Also, the venom sac might be something for him. So all of the attacks that he's doing now also poison the enemy. That's pretty neat, I think. Okay, next let's go for the dog. Oh, no. I don't want to send him in all alone. So that's because we selected him. Of course, I want to take the whole army. course, auto-resolve it is, because that's way too weak to be interesting. And Clouded Topaz is cloudy and unimpressive. That's probably not a very good thing to say about a stone. Let's get the loot. Replenishing the army moves on the strategic map. Oh, a biography of the great men and women of the past and some of their more inspirational deeds. Tales of Eroek and the army of men he put together. Okay, we could use this one. I would rather just have a look what we can do with it first. Oh, 15 experience right away. I take it. Yeah, there you go. Nice one. With that, we're almost level 4 now with my hero. By the way, we can see that we are probably entering a different biome here, right? So we got some dense forests here, but the further we move away, it gets a bit dry there. So there's desert here for sure, but lots of sand. And over here we got now some, even a steppe by the look of it. That's this street. We're primitive but not powerless. Oh, look at that. This Darkling here doesn't want to fight. Nice one. I love how the game continues to surprise a bit here and there. So it always kind of like acts the opposite of what you think. This is the same stuff that we already have. So it's no brainer. Once again, too weak. I'm gonna just slaughter them. And probably level up in the process. There it is. Spider Silk it is. And we can now go for another trade. We got the healing. I'm pretty happy with that. And now I would like to go into the experience boost. 25% experience is a lot. Rock blood. That we could do. I'm pretty far away again from my city. So I think I'm gonna go next. Oh, the garden has been researched, so we can now go into tier 2. It's all still pretty slow. This one gives me charms, and with that the monk's robe. I would probably stick around though to economy. Agriculture to boost my growth rating. Training to get me army size up. Oh yeah, let's do this. Go with the training. We can have then another slot here with someone. Now we're over here. Let's just see. What is that? An air shard. Another hero. But that's pretty much it. So I really would like to go for this gate over there now and see what it all is about. One more turn for the pioneer. In this case here, it's probably gonna be up in this area. We have cleared the area, so I'm not expecting any enemies there. There it is. Construction finished. And let's get this pioneer up there to start a new settlement. Merchants. So we have 94 gilda right now. And we're making about 0.8 per turn right now, which is not a lot. Just in case I'm meeting a merchant or I get some good equipment that I want to buy. So a merchant it is as my next expansion. Let's have this one on the other side. Oh. Gauged from the black obsidian of Nivarias by the Titan Kurgan, guarded by a great iron gate, the pit of lost voices is haunted by the damned and the dying. Here were sacrificed thousands of the Titan's creations. Those who fell short of perfection in his sight, those who angered him, and those who lost favor for some trivial offense. Standing near enough to the gate, their voices can be heard, though others believe those voices belong to Kurgan's demons. Retinue of dark power, drawn to the suffering within the pit, and trapped there were then when the cataclysm sealed the iron gates shut. So that's the major quest here that we have. This is a quest of mastery victory reward. And it's an epic level threat. So probably need some exploration before we can do anything. Your scholars recognize the runes on the gate. They're similar to those that decorate Deocrinus and the shrine of Samarra. Maybe the shrine can offer a clue on how to open the gates. So there's a magical seal here. So we need to find the shrine of Samarra first. Is it up there? Yeah, we have already discovered it in a previous exploration, but we didn't know what to do with it then. But now we have it unlocked. Very good. To move forward. And we can see that we have several layers of gates here. So opening the first one is probably not going to do that much to us just yet. It's good that we need to go up there anyway, because we can kind of like protect our pioneer party there as well. That is also moving towards this direction. Now we just need to decide where we want to be. There is a crystal crag over there. So here we could potentially produce crystals with a quarry. We got another warg that we can, of course, tame, but we don't have the attack for this just yet. So I'm inclined to settle somewhere up there to get me that bonus here. Some good bonuses here. Oh, by the way, this one is a wolf's army that we still need to clear. So let's do this first. It's pretty weak though, so I'm once again gonna auto-resolve this. Get some experience points and a wolf pelt. Also a potion of wisdom. And now, I'm gonna move up here, and with my pioneers, I'm gonna settle. So we have two options here. Either we build an outpost, right? This is something that we've done down here that is linked to my settlement. That gives me bonuses then. So right now we could not do anything with that. We can also upgrade it to an armory or fortify that. But I would like to wait before I'm doing anything here. Next, I want to settle, build a city, right? Blackstad it's called. All the way up here, close to the ocean. But yeah, cliffs we have, more or less. Not that much we can do. And we can now develop this one, right, properly. We can train troops here. We can build something like a merchant, for example, or a logging camp. Since we're close to the forest there, I'm inclined to go with a logging camp, honestly. Let's go ahead and do this. And I'm also going to queue in then a monument and the merchant. So this is then another city where we get money out of from, right? So we can grow our economy with that much faster than before now. Blackstad and Haggots we have. Very good. The Wolfpack also left behind the tales of Tendis. The Great Tendis as recalled by Esmir. And let's have a look at that again. I'm expecting experience points indeed. Let's equip them, or let's use them. On our way to level 5 with my hero. Alright, we could also train some units here. I would like to train... Oh, Bound Widow. We can do this because we are close to this... Right? I think because we're close to this forest tile there. Bound Widow. Costs mana. Or just a basic militia. Let's go with the militia. That we also queue in here. Okay, let's have a look at that down here. So the Black Gate. You only know pieces of the legend of Samarra. He's hailed as a savior by the Darklings. The murals on the shrine tell another story. A quest Samarra undertook to a place of death and loss. The crude Darkling logographs translate to the pit of the lost voices. Okay. All sorts of abominations were locked in the pit. Things alive only because of the spells that force blood and bile through their twisted flesh. Things so dark and painted that death would be a mercy. The center mural is dominated by the next scene. The gate is being held open by being surrounded in a halo of power. The stunted race, the Darklings, are running out of the pit, and a host of demons can be seen chasing after them. The rest of the wall is dedicated to the buildings of the shrine in honor of Samarra. You search the murals for any clues how to open the gate, but there's nothing. If you're going to find out more, you will have to find a Darkling shaman and tell him the tale. Alright. So it continues. And I think there's the next one. Before we do that, we need to go back to Haggots because we have no more construction. And I would like to continue, of course, developing my town. We definitely should speed up researching at some point, right? So the study might make sense to me. And we can also see what we unlock with that down the road, right? So we can get a town hall going if we have the bell tower finished. With the inn, we can get festivals unlocked and the arena. With the gardens, we can get more food. I like this one, Tower of Dominion. And we get 1 growth and plus 5 fame to that city here. Let's go ahead and get me this going. And then we have the study. I really would like to get this going because it gives me the access to the school, but it also boosts my research. Basically doubling it, right? So I want to do this, of course. And also, we need to decide where we build it. And you can see that we can put them adjacent to the districts we've already finished, right? So with this, you're building up a bigger and bigger city over time. Let's get the study going here in the center, more or less. and then we move more buildings around that. And a workshop I would also like to get going here right away. The wall around the city is also extending, or it's a fence at this point. So I'm pretty sure we can upgrade it to a wall then soon. That's a lot of stuff here. I'm not training any troops for now because my army, thanks to the quests and the adventures we've had so far, has grown significantly. Also, my militia here leveled up already, so I would like to continue with them. And I think we can leave it at that for now with Elemental Reforged. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to check out the link in the video description to learn more about this game. And we continue onwards in the next episode with the Shrine of Samarra. And yeah, unlocking the mysteries of how to get through that gate. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.